that was the cusp of the online model breaking out. So online model meaning you can use your cell phone to take a bet anywhere at the comfort of your home. As long as if you have internet access, you can place a bet.
Right.
So that's when I got into it officially in 2014.
Okay. And before online, it was you have to go straight to a store.
100%. So going into a store, we realized that the demographic of people that are going to a store is between around, I'd say 35, 40 years old.
Okay.
The store was categorized as this dingy place where...
Very dingy.
Yes, you go there, it's these old sleazy people that are taking... 100%. These old sleazy guys that are taking bets that, it wasn't seen as a safe space for anyone to go there. Okay. Yes, there would be a few women there and there, but they felt like they were not welcome.
Right.
But when we transitioned from the branch model, we call it a branch, it's a physical branch, you could then take bets on your phone. More and more women started getting involved. And, women, to be honest, they make the most financial decisions in our livelihood,
right.
in our households. So then they started then taking into that, and then they becoming a big part of what online and sports betting is.
By the way, that was a very serious branding problem that sports betting had.
Yes.
What was it about these branches that one looked like semi-liquor stores? I don't know why.
Yes.
Number two, they had these like, I don't know if it's a fence or something between the person taking the bet. And then they were always dark.
Yeah.
And then, they never read the McDonald's book, location.
I'll tell you a funny story.
There? Yeah.
So the reason why it was like that, right? Remember, lights, darkness, there needs to be a captivating factor. Right. So if you come in there at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. when the branch opens, it's dark. If it's 12 midday, you're not going to know it's 12 midday because it's still dark. If it's later on darker in the evening, it's still dark. So that is the model that is used. I'll give an example of Monte Casino.
Okay.
You walk in there, there's clouds in the sky the whole day. You don't know whether it's 8 a.m. or 8 p.m.
Anyway.
100%. It keeps you in there.
Okay.
And then another one was if you are creating an environment where you want someone to spend the whole day there, our form of entertainment is liquor, food, and you can place your bets.
Right.
So that's why they look like that, to keep the people in the branches, for them to be able to spend the whole day instead of saying, I'm here at 8 o'clock, I'm going to take a bet. At 9 o'clock, I'm going to go somewhere else to have breakfast, take a shot of something else, and then come back. So if you had all of that in one, it then captured you, and then you could spend your day in there.
Yeah. Women, food. Sorry. So you said...
I said liquor and food.
And food.
Yes.
That's for gents.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then the other part that you touched on, the fence part.
Right.
Remember, security is a big part of South Africa. The reality, that's our reality. Mm-hmm. So that fence was there to protect the person receiving the bet and the people placing the bet. Mm. And when we believe that there's a lot of money going around, people get silly ideas.
Right.
And then not only that, it's a matter of if I place a bet on, for example, a horse, I believe that horse is going to win and it doesn't win. The frustration, the first person to take it out on is the person that took your bet. Then that was sort of a protective mechanism to say, we are protecting me and you in the same instance.
Psychologically, it's so interesting. The person that took your bet.
Yes.
Not the fact that you gave the money.
You understand?
Yeah.
So they didn't say to you, please leave your household, come to me, come take a bet. No. You left your household with a certain X amount of money in your pocket and you said, I am going to place a bet. So, yes. Yeah.
It feels like business is booming for sports betting at the moment. And I want to... So sometimes you're in an industry and you can feel the boom.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
So I want to walk you through a few stats, right? Okay. And as I walk through the stats, tell me if, I feel that, I see it. Or I don't feel it, I don't see it, etc. Okay, so, and I'm sort of contextualizing because primarily a South African audience. I've looked at South African numbers.
Yeah.
So sports betting is one of SA's biggest earners.
Yeah.
Tell me if you feel this. So fiscal 2023 and 2024, gambling revenue hit 59.3 billion, with sports betting contributing 35.9 billion. That's 60.5%.
Yeah.
And online sports betting alone was 28.9 billion. And that's like 49% of total revenue.
Yeah.
You feel that?
We feel that because I do a lot of competitor analysis.
Okay.
Yeah. And remember, the other part that a lot of stats makers leave out is that's revenue, right?
Yes.
Let me give you an example. 10 people place a bet for R1.
Right.
What's the total? 100 Rand, right?
10 people place a bet for R1.
That's 10 Rand.
$10.
Yes. From that 10 Rand, or from that R1, you could potentially win 100,000.
Okay.
Right. So people are speaking about what people put in. They're not speaking about what people win.
Okay.
So if you have 10 Rand at your disposal for someone who put a R1 bet on a crash game or Aviator, for example, and then out of that 10, 5 win 100,000 Rand each, where does that money come from? So people are looking at the revenue model from that. They're not looking at the amount of money that goes in is half or a quarter of what goes out to the people.
Right.
Yes.
But then you have to differentiate between, this is turnover numbers.
Yes.
Right? Turnover means it's the total revenue to have come in. These are gross numbers, not net numbers.
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Before I forget, what's the crash game? Tell me what's the crash game.
So crash game, I'll give you an example. The most popular crash game right now in the market is called Aviator.
Okay.
So Aviator is a game where you take, I don't want to say educated guess, but it's gut feeling that you place a bet and then there's an aeroplane that moves in multiples. So 0.5, 1x, 2.5 and whatever. You place a bet on when you believe the plane will reach a certain height.
Okay.
Right? Before the plane flies away, you either have to cash out or leave it for it to run to an X multiple. So that X multiple will be measured against the stake that you put in, and then that's where you make money. So
I am predicting when the plane is going to take off.
Yes. No, when it's going to... So this is a plane, right? You start your bet at 0.
Okay.
So the plane moves like this, right?
It's in the air.
Yeah, it's in the air. So as it moves like this, you have to withdraw or cash out your money before it flies away. So flying away means it disappears from the screen.
Okay.
So it can do this, and then at 5x, fly away, or 100x, fly away, or it can fly away at 0. It literally takes off and flies away.
Okay.
So you want it to keep steady and move at a trajectory so you can cash out your X multiple that you place a bet on.
And this is something people do.
Oh, it's the biggest. So it became very popular around 2020, 2021 during COVID. Because remember, sports was limited during too. Yes. That's another segue that we can chat about and saying sportsbook became very popular, however, extremely popular during COVID. Crash games, we measured revenue in a year cycle, right? So where you have your sports running from August until May, right? That's most sports, right? So your most sports will be your popular sports, which is football. And between May and August, you had that hanging factor where sportsbook or license holders did not make a lot of revenue, whether it's gross or net.
Right.
But because of COVID, crash games became popular. And then instead of seeing a rise and a dip and then a rise, it now stabilizes because of crash games.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, so it's the filler.
Yes.
In the off season.
It's now even overtaken sports. Crash games are overtaken.
Aviator is overtaken.
Yes.
But there's multiple crash games.
Yes, there's multiple crash games. There's Skyward, there's a lot of them. There's Taxi, but the most popular is Aviator.
Okay.
Yeah.
People are making real money from this?
Yes, people making real money. The stats are there. People are millionaires from that.
There's no way.
I'm telling you, my brother.
People are millionaires from sports betting?
Yes.
Or from crash games?
From crash games. Even sports betting in general.
How predictive is it for you? Do you guys control any of it, or
No,
it's just algorithm?
Yeah, it's algorithm. We don't control any of it because now...
Of course you have to say that. Now, joke, I'm playing.
It's an algorithm.
Okay.
I just want to dispel another notion where, especially because there's a chat column on Aviator, on any sportsbook platform, where people say, give me your money, I know when it's going to fly away. And then you pay someone money, they scam you.
Yeah.
Do not believe that.
Okay.
So all of that is algorithm. There's no one who has a methodology on, I know the plane is going to fly at 5x or 2x. You can read and believe that you've got it, but it doesn't, right? So people then pay people, they lose the money, and then they blame us to say, but this person scammed me on your platform. But you didn't take heed into the fact that no one knows it, right? And I'm not being some type of way. If I knew the algorithm, trust me, I wouldn't be in marketing.
Yes,
100%. I wouldn't be in marketing.
Okay.
I would have hit my lick and I would have left.
You out. Quit your job.
Yes.
Okay, so the second stat is that the handle is massive. So full year 2022 and 2023, South Africans wagered 815 billion rand across legal gambling.
Yes.
Okay, so what they call GGR, I think that's gross gaming revenue, was 47.17 billion.
Yeah.
And betting delivered half of the industry's GGR, which was 23.7 billion.
Yeah.
And that's overtaking casinos.
Yes.
So you guys are feeling that at the moment?
Yes, we're feeling that. Like you said, a lot of people are leaving the traditional, I need to wake up in the morning, take a bath, prepare, and then go to an actual casino. Now I can do it comfort of my home.
Is there a degree of shame that is playing or associated with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, like I said, when you focus purely on casino, which is your branches, a lot of women don't want to go there and be seen as, I'm going to do this, right? But everyone wants to take a chance. Everyone wants to try. And I'll tell you a funny story. Yeah. Back in the day, there used to be what we call fafi. I don't know if that word resonates.
Yes.
So fafi is our elders or our grandmothers and mothers will have dreams about certain things. And then we had a booklet called The Dream Chaser. So that Dream Chaser tells you, if you dream about a cow, that will be number 5. If you dream about a car, that will be number 6. But it's a white car, that's number 7. So then they placed bets according to the numbers. Okay. So then that transformed the whole thing of, I can do this at the comfort of my home. Right. I don't have to now wake up and go to a branch to take that bet.
Yeah.
I can have a dream and then I can go online and place a bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was this our own sort of version of astrology? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What is it with women? You've said it twice now, so let me ask. What is it with women and the association to gambling? It's frowned upon?
A lot is frowned upon.
Okay.
Because remember, as a woman, you hold a certain prestige in society. So because of what you do, people then say, why is a woman gambling? It's seen as a traditional male thing to do. Right. So the expelled notion that we're over is that people used to believe a woman should sit at home, take care of the kids. Women are empowered right now, which is a great thing for society. And women are now doing what was called a man industry. They perfecting it and becoming better at it.
Right. Male action.
Yes.
I saw some stories about female gambler addicts. It was super sad.
It is.
It was very... I mean, it applies to both men and women.
Yeah.
But, Okay, number 3. The tax take is huge.
Massive.
So provinces collected 4 billion rand in gambling taxes in 2022 and 2023. Yeah. That's according to the National Gambling Board.
Yeah.
So they're raking it in.
Yeah. They are raking it in.
Number 4, bookies are multiplying. So South Africa had 326 operational bookmakers by March 2023, and that's up 23.5% year on year, with 531 bookmaker outlets nationwide.
Yeah.
Gauteng leads with 125 licensed bookmakers.
Yeah.
So it's predominantly a Gauteng
thing. Yeah, because Gauteng in the past was the easiest license to acquire.
Okay.
A bit backstory in terms of bookmakers, right? Every province has a license issuer. So you have Western Cape, Limpopo, Northwest, Mpumalanga, Free State. All of them issue gaming licenses. Gauteng was seen as the flagship of all the licenses because they come in with a lot of games pre-approved.
Okay.
So for game manufacturers, we'll do a deep dive about it a bit later. As a game manufacturer, you need your games authorized and regulated, and then approved by a gambling board before they can go onto a website or host.
Gotcha.
So Gauteng was seen as the flagship, but right now, Western Cape in the past few years became extremely popular.
Okay.
And then Eastern Cape is now also on the rise in terms of issuing of licenses. Okay. With the number that you're speaking about, a lot of people always say, there's so much money in gaming. We call it gaming.
In gaming.
Yeah, there's so much money in gaming. I say, you have over 300 registered entities. However, the bulk of it are not operational or it's small scale. Okay. And then you have about 65, 70 that are chasing that big pie that you're speaking about.
Right.
And then another factor that people don't take into consideration is that the National Lottery is also seen as part of that revenue. So people overlook that and say, these figures that are coming here are just only for sports betting. Okay. But the lottery total includes the National Lottery.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, so that's gambling tax.
Yes.